Recording in progress.
Before we get started, I just want everybody to know we won't be live. We have some technical difficulties, and we don't know what they are. They will be recorded, and they can see it later. We think it's Amazon. Yeah. All right. Tonight's public hearing is for the public comment on rezoning requests identified in dockets CZ 2025-66 through -70. Council members present tonight are, from my right,
Benton Blunt, District 19.
Kurt McGahee, District 21.
Rick Bradley, District 26.
Alan Mitchell, District 23.
Liz Seaman, District 24.
District 25.
Gary Collins, 27.
Planning commissioners, it's Monday. Available to view tonight's live stream of the meeting are Steve Bickle, Chair, Kenneth, I can't say it. Matisivic, yeah, I can say it. Hey, Matisivic, I'm on practice. John Holland, Deborah Manning, Corey Pram, Janelle Phillips, Frank Hammond, and Denise Franklin. Also representing county staff are Josh Henderson, Dapper Carlisle, and Todd Baxley. Tonight's hearing was advertised in the Greenville Journal. In addition to the advertised, public notice signs were posted on the properties, and detailed information was available on the internet. In order to properly study all comments and give them due consideration, the hearing is being recorded as a matter of record. The procedure for hearing each case is as follows. Summary information about each case will be presented by the staff. The applicant or his or her representative and anyone in favor of the rezoning request will be given opportunities to speak for a combined total of 10 minutes. Those opposing the rezoning request will also be given an opportunity to speak for a combined total of 10 minutes. Council will not allow rebuttals from opposing sides. The Greenville County Planning Commission will make a recommendation for each case based on staff analyzing at the regular meeting on October 22nd, 2025. The Planning Commission analyzing and recommendations along with the comments made at tonight's public hearing will be discussed by County Council Planning and Development Committee November 3rd, 2025. At that time, the committee will prepare the recommendations to the County Council. Additional written comments by citizens may be submitted to the Planning and Zoning Office. Since passage of any zoning change will require 3 readings by County Council, a request may be denied on second reading. Tentative dates for reading for tonight's request are as follows. First reading, October 21st, 2025. Second reading, November 18, 2025. Third reading, December 2nd, 2025. To assist Greenville County in reducing roadside litter, applicants should remove the public hearing notices signs from their property within the next 5 days. And before we ask the staff department to give us instructions for tonight's meeting, I'd like to lead us in invocation, please. I thank you, O Lord, for this day. Thank you, O Lord, for allowing us to be here. I pray you lead and guide all that we hear tonight. And Lord, that you just bless each one that's here. And that you would just always, Lord, I thank you for what you're going to do and what you've already done. In Christ's name I pray. Amen. Josh.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good evening, members of council. Tonight's public hearing is for informational purposes only and to provide all interested parties an opportunity to speak. No votes or recommendations will be made at this meeting. This meeting is the beginning of an approximately 3-month-long process. Recommendations and votes will be made on the days provided by the chairman. All future meetings are open to the public and you are encouraged to attend. Sign up is not required to speak at tonight's public hearing. In the event the Planning and Development Committee refers a docket back to the Planning Commission for additional public comment, or the Planning Commission recalls a docket, another opportunity will be afforded to speak for those who use the sign-up sheet located in the rear of the room. Please be aware this is only for those persons interested in becoming a party of interest in the event a docket is referred back to or recalled by the Planning Commission for additional public comment. As always, you may submit any letters, petitions, or similar information to the Office of the Zoning Administrator, Clerk to Council, or directly to council members at any time. Todd?
The first docket tonight is CZ-2025-066, which is to amend Article 4, Definitions, Article 6, Table 6.1, Uses Permitted, Uses by Special Exception, and Conditional Uses, and Section 6.2 use conditions of the Greenville County zoning ordinance to establish regulations for mobile food units within the zoned areas of Greenville County. The proposed amendment would add a new use definition for mobile food unit to Article 4 of the zoning ordinance. It would also add mobile food unit as a conditional use in Table 6.1. Here we see a list of use conditions for mobile food units, which would be added to Section 6.2 of the zoning ordinance. These conditions are geared towards making sure the mobile food units do not become permanent installations and reducing associated safety risks. Mr. Chairman.
How do we do this one, Josh?
If anyone would like to speak, there's still that opportunity. There's a public hearing.
Okay, so,
And then if there's any questions of staff.
all right, so do we have anybody to speak in favor, correct? Anybody speak in favor? So seeing none? Yes.
Wait, you said that if it's in the opposition first.
Yeah, I was going, you didn't give me time.
Not just come in.
That's why I was right, and you messed me up. All right, seeing nobody to speak in favor, any opposition? Anyone to speak in opposition? Seeing none, I will recognize Councilman Fant.
Okay. I kind of see where this is headed. Looks like one of those things where people don't know what's in it. So they're just going to complain and be mad because they don't know what's in it. I'm trying to avoid that. I couldn't open the link, but I got about 3 people that I need to send this to. So can you make sure I get it? Because what'll happen is it'll go through all the little readings, it'll pass, they will not show up, and then all of a sudden, once it's reality, then they're on Facebook complaining, and I'm just not trying to feel it.
I understand, absolutely, yes. We'll make sure you have a copy of that. But what I will say also is, if this does go through the process, it is adopted, it's not going to be day one issuing violations. The goal is to put this information into pamphlet format to be able to have our officers, or maybe even use the fire departments because they're out in the field quite a bit, to provide that information to these food trucks so they know and, give an opportunity to be able to work with them. It's not going to be, let's put somebody in violation on day one.
No, I understand that, and I'm with it, but I can already tell the little rumbling by people who don't pay. You don't see them here, do you?
I understand. I understand. But
Just
we'll make
get it
sure
to
that,
me. Okay.
we'll make sure you have that.
All right.
Thank you.
Chairman.
Ms. Seaman was.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just curious if this mirrors the city's food truck ordinance at all?
Some things in there that are similar, but we did not mirror it after theirs. I'm happy to take a look at theirs to see if that's something that we want to kind of, but like Todd said, where this came from, really, we do have a policy right now for fire and life safety when it comes to food trucks, where they have to be inspected. They've got to have their fire extinguishers and that kind of stuff. So it's mainly geared towards that, for making sure they're not a visual obstruction and making sure that they're not located in areas where they don't need to be, like residential areas.
Sure. I would ask that we do that, and maybe if the other municipalities, just because my sense is that a lot of the food trucks are probably going to go to multiple things, and we just want to make sure that it's easy enough for them to go from a municipality to a county location without having to adjust too many things.
We'll take it.
Thank you.
If you can, let's make note, take a look at
And,
that. Yeah.
Councilman
and
Collins?
actually, if
And
I could,
as far as inspecting it, or is it just going to be a time frame, or is somebody just happens to drive by and notices it, or?
It'll be both
protocol.
complaint driven as we currently are, and then if our zoning enforcement officer, our zoning inspector is out in the field and they happen to upon one, they can stop and just say, hey, here's the regulations. We're not going to just put somebody in violation immediately, because this is something. This is something that's been. People have been using the county to be able to do this for a long time. We've not had these regulations, so this is new for them, and we don't want to put them out on the street literally, and not be able to make that living. So.
Right, and I understand it, and I think that's good, but I just want to make sure we have a standard enforcement through the complaints system.
There will be, and they're very involved with the fire department currently. So they're bringing trucks up to the fire department frequently to have them inspected and stuff as well. So we're just trying to get it a little bit more under control. Todd,
actually, I did have a follow-up. Since you mentioned the city, were there maybe specific rules that they had that you're aware of that I guess council is in favor of?
I don't, but I was just thinking it just might be good for us to double check.
Okay, just checking.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks.
we'll look at that.
Councilman Mitchell?
Mr. Chairman, I'm also looking at this from a countywide perspective, and I know that we're not driven by other municipalities, and we don't necessarily guide other municipalities, but if we can get close to some consistency when it comes to things like this, especially mobile food units, because they're going all over the county, they'll go in and out of municipalities. If we can look at some things just to say, okay, this is across the board, and this is where it differs, but we'll see if we can tweak it so that it's more similar across the whole county rather than just outside of the city of Malden or outside of the city of Simpsonville, because I just don't want our vendors to get to a point where they feel like they're trapped or entrapped.
No, and I understand, yeah, and we don't have a lot of times whenever this is in a residential area. Those are few and far between. These are, the majority of these are already on properties that are zoned appropriately for this and for restaurants. And we cater that, we mirrored that off of where restaurants are allowed, that's where mobile food units are allowed. And so the majority of these are already in commercial districts, so it's not really going to be that much different for them. It's mainly going to be making sure where they're set up, that they're not some type of safety concern with blocking intersections, blocking visibility. They're generators up next to a residential house where someone might be getting, some negative impact from or something like that.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Councilman Fant?
I want to cut some of these people off before they get started. One, you can tell I've been aggravated about this. What about if these little groups have these little festivals in a residential neighborhood for a day, and they invite these trucks to come in for that
Does not
festival?
apply to that. We're not going to regulate HOAs from having a festival event down at their clubhouse and they bring in a food truck. We're not going to regulate that. What we're talking about are mainly making sure these stay mobile and where they are setting up and selling to the general public. See, that's not selling to the general public. They're there selling to a specified event. When they're selling to the general public, set up on these commercial sites and these gas station parking lots, retail parking lots, that they meet these regulations.
Okay.
And as far as other festivals like soccer tournaments, sporting events, things like that maybe want to leave them there overnight, we're not going to regulate that because that's a tournament. It's not, once again, it's not selling, just opening the door saying everybody from everywhere, we're not at some special event. That's what we're kind of gearing this towards.
Is it fair to say the intent of the ordinance is to prevent people from setting up? So if you go out to 101 in Spartanburg there, and at Woodruff there used to be a food truck that was there permanently.
Yes.
It's not a food truck, it's a permanent thing. So I think what we're trying to do here is establish an ordinance that prevents people from setting up a permanent food truck and skirting all the rest of the laws that are associated with setting up a business.
I think if you can drive down 25 in Councilman Blunt's district, myself and another coworker did one day, and we counted 16 permanent food trucks.
Right,
Ones that
exactly.
weren't moving. They might have a structure attached to them or tents or, and they never leave that site. That's what this is trying to get to.
Absolutely.
Any other questions? All right. We'll move on to the next topic.
Thank y'all for the feedback. We'll make sure we look into that. Thank you.
The next docket is CZ-2025-067. The property is located at 1035 South Batesville Road in Greenville. The applicant is Nikhil Patel of Marudi 4 LLC. The 1 acre subject property consists of one parcel and is located approximately 2 miles southeast of the intersection of South Batesville Road and Hammett Bridge Road and currently contains a vacant commercial building. This is the zoning of the surrounding area. Subject property outlined here is zoned S1 Services District. The request is for C3 Commercial District. You can also see the surrounding property zones. The applicant states that the proposed land use is retail. This is the subject site and photos showing the area surrounding the subject site. Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Is the applicant or his representative here? If you'll come up and give us your name and your address.
Right here, sir.
Yes.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman, and good evening to all council members and all staff here. So my name is Nick Patel, and we're bringing the convenience store right there for the base product and service right in the neighborhood. And we are committed for the best service. I mean, we have a restaurant on Haywood Road, and even you can Google it out. The restaurant name is Walk and Spice. So we are always committed for the better service and the product at a competitive price. And this property was occupied previously as a gas station. And I do have the signatures from the residents, but only thing, they weren't feeling comfortable to put the address in there. So, I mean, I requested them, this is for the county rezoning and that. But when we were in that area, we did check out with our residents, and everybody was, most of them was like so happy to get another convenience store there. Because I myself drove that area, and I noticed there's a gas station, but like customers don't have any options, so they only stop by to that particular station, and a lot of people were unhappy with the service and the pricing wise and that. So we thought to bring another convenience store in that area to give neighborhood a better service and a competitive price.
Did you give us your address?
Oh, 1030, sorry, I forgot, sorry, sir.
Record, please.
1035 South Batesville Road, Greer, South Carolina 29650.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
We have any questions? Vice Chair?
Hi, good evening, Mr. Patel. Thank you for
Yes,
coming
sir.
tonight. And obviously, this is my district, so I have a question here.
No problem.
What, if maybe the staff, this is more appropriate for the staff to answer this, what would be, if they want to put a convenience service store there, why would S1 not be appropriate?
So under S1 zoning, general retail as a use isn't permitted.
Okay, so this is considered general retail?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And a C3 is the lowest class we can use for that?
It would be the next step down from S1.
Okay. All right, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Any other questions?
Mr. Chairman,
Sorry, I didn't see you.
what, I think I might have misunderstood some of the information. What was the property prior to now?
It had been a gas station in the past, but that was not its most recent use.
So I guess, did that mean that was allowed prior to zoning, which is why it was able to be, okay. I just wanted to make sure I understood. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Any other questions? All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you
Is
very much, sir.
Anybody else want to speak on behalf of this item docket? Anybody? All right, do we have anyone opposed to this docket? Seeing none, we will close this docket and move to the next. Thank you
very
much, sir.
Thank you all. Thank you. I appreciate it.
The next docket is CZ-2025-068. The property is located at 3809 Whitehorse Road in Greenville. The applicant is Austin Allen of Arbor Land Design for Jabaro LLC. The 0.37 acre subject property consists of one parcel and is located approximately 0.75 miles north of the intersection of Whitehorse Road, Highway 25, and Anderson Road, Highway 81, and it currently contains a vacant commercial building. This is the zoning of the surrounding area. Subject property outlined here is zoned S1 Services District. The request is for C1 Commercial District. You can also see the surrounding property zones. The applicant states that the proposed land use is a retail strip center. This is the subject site and photos showing the area surrounding the subject site. Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Is the applicant or his representative here? If you give us your name and address for the record, please.
Austin Allen, Arbor Land Design, 49 Greenland Drive, Greenville 29615.
Thank you.
Todd, would you go back to the aerial? Thank you. So the property owner that I'm working for developed the retail strip center that you see going south on 25. This is going to be an extension of that. So it's actually, the development will occur on, I can't see that good, but the parcel that's under consideration, as well as the one to the north already C1, so we're just trying to match this up and allow him to continue this development on down the road.
Any questions from the council? Mr. Mitchell?
Just kind of hard to tell, but based on this, where would your drive be, or would there be a drive on US 25? entryway?
There wouldn't be. We would just extend that parking lot closest to 25 further onto the property.
Okay, great, thanks.
Any other questions? Thank you, sir. Do we have anybody else in favor of this docket? Anybody else? Seeing none, do we have anyone opposed to this docket? Seeing none, we will close this docket and move to the next.
The next docket is CZ-2025-069. The property is located at 1940 Old Grove Road and 393 Grove Reserve Parkway in Piedmont. The applicant is Ryan Dwornik of DecoStar Industries, Inc. for Exeter 1940 Old Grove LP and Exeter 393 Grove Reserve LP. The 55-acre subject property consists of 2 parcels and is located approximately 0.53 miles west of the intersection of Grove Reserve Parkway and Augusta Road, Highway 25, and currently contains an industrial and warehousing. This is the zoning of the surrounding area. Subject property outlined here is zoned I-2 Industrial Park District. The request is for I-1 Industrial District. You can also see the surrounding property zones. The applicant states that the proposed land use is industrial and warehousing with outdoor storage. This is the subject site and photos showing the area surrounding the subject site. Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Is the applicant or his representative here? If you come and give us your name and address for the record and tell us your intentions.
My name is Nolan Knight. Thanks for your time. I'm here with Ryan Dwornik. We're here to speak on behalf of Magna in support of the adjacent parcels at 1940 Old Grove Road and 393 Grove River Parkway, both in Piedmont, zip code 29673, being rezoned to I-1. For those that don't know, we're the 3rd largest auto supplier in the world. We're the largest here in North America. Of our 26,000 employees here in the U.S., 2,700 are in South Carolina, mostly in the upstate. The parcel in question, the division that we have there, has 340 employees and was established in 2016. We take tremendous pride at Magna in being good and responsible corporate citizens of the communities in which we do business. And for the past few months, leadership at DecoStar, along with Magna staff, have been working alongside Greenville County officials from several different departments to ensure that we uphold this responsibility while also maintaining sustainable business operations at DecoStar. So to do this, it became apparent to us that we needed outdoor storage, which is impermissible under our current I-2 zoning. So to get ahead of any questions you might have, at DecoStar, we do injection molding of exterior panels for automotive application, as well as some assembly and sequencing, where we take plants that are parts that are assembled both at DecoStar as well as other Magna facilities in the region and sequence them, send them to our customer. To do this with the level of efficiency and cost required by our customer, components have to be outdoors. And as you know, this is impermissible with our current zoning. One thing to note is that no individual component would be stored outdoors on a long-term basis, but rather this just a logistical necessity for our customer to take delivery of their components in a swift and efficient manner. As you can see on the map, most of the parcels east of ours along Grove Reserve Parkway are zoned I-1. The 2 parcels that we occupy are essentially the line of demarcation between I-1 and I-2 zoning. So we feel that to allow for ourselves to continue to be a thriving business in the Greenville County community, that I-1 rezoning is appropriate. Thanks for your time. If you have any questions, I'm here to answer. If you have any questions afterwards that you think of later, I'll be here. I can give you my cell phone, email, anything like that.
Any questions?
We were reading our minds, so we were like talking among ourselves and we answered the question.
Oh, great.
We wanted to know why, so that makes.
What's that?
We didn't know why.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Yes.
Why?
Yeah, it's just outdoor storage. It's something that we need to continue to be successful, and it's impermissible. So I-1 would allow for us to do that.
Any other questions? Thank you, sir.
Thank you for your time.
Anyone else to speak in favor? Seeing none, anyone to be opposed? Seeing none, we'll we'll consider this closed and move to the next docket.
The next docket is CZ-2025-070. The property is located at 21 Woodside Avenue in Greenville. The applicants are William S. and Susan N. Clark. The 0.4 acre subject property consists of one parcel and is located approximately 0.55 miles southwest of the intersection of Woodside Avenue and West Bramlett Road and currently contains single-family residential. This is the zoning of the surrounding area. Subject property outlined here is zoned R10, Single-Family Residential District. The request is for R6, Single-Family Residential District. You can also see the surrounding property zones. The applicant states that the proposed land use is single-family residential. This is the subject site and photos showing the area surrounding the subject site. Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Is the applicant or his or her representative here? If you'll come up and give us your name and your address and your intentions.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My name is William Scott Clark. I live at 29 Lanoon Drive in Greenville. Along with my wife, Susan, in May, we purchased this single-family dwelling, and currently our son lives there and is renovating it. It's a 1,500 square foot 3-2. It sits on a 19,000 square foot lot. It's at the corner of Woodside and A Street. Currently zoned R10, and Susan and I are requesting that the lot be rezoned to R6. With a successful rezoning, we would look to create a second lot facing A Street at the rear of the property. And we would anticipate that lot to be around 7,000 square feet with 70 linear feet frontage on A Street. The other lots on A Street average about 6,700 square feet and 58 feet of linear frontage. So we feel like it provides, creating that lot would provide a consistent lot to the scale and shape of the neighborhood. Also, we feel like the zoning change for that lot is consistent with the Greenville County Comprehensive Plan for the land use, the traditional neighborhood use designation, and would have a positive impact on the community. So thank you for your time and your consideration, and happy to answer any questions.
Any questions from the council?
For staff, if we approve this zoning and the house was ripped down, how many houses could they put there?
If I'm not mistaken, it'd just be two, right?
I believe it's just two, but I'll double check.
And I appreciate the question.
No, just asking.
I did mean to state that, I mean, we are renovating the house that's currently there. We do intend to keep that house there in its current location.
Okay,
But regardless, it would just be two.
just two. Okay, thank you.
Any other questions for applicant? Any? Seeing none? Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Do we have anyone else speak in favor? Seeing none, do we have any to speak and oppose? Seeing none, I'll say this docket is closed. And now, that was
Motion to adjourn?
We are done.